The market's now moving to the low point of the day. We were holding at around 10,720 odd. Now we have moved all the way to around 10,710. So clearly the selling is getting a little heated up now. It's picking up pace as we speak. Nifty Bank down 170 points odd. The big problem though has been the auto sales for the month of December. Now that's come in lower than estimated. We had many auto sales numbers that didn't look very good. Maruti's as well numbers were quite a weak set of numbers. So to get chatting with a couple of auto ancillary companies, we have Mr. Abhishek Jain, the MD and CEO of PPAP, who joins us to discuss their exposure to Maruti and how is the passenger vehicle sales looking. And also we have Mr. Vijay Kumar, the MD of LG Balkrishna, to discuss about the two-wheeler sales because they have high exposure out there. Let's start off with you, Mr. Jain, first. First of all, very happy New Year from all of us here at cnbc TV 18. But tell us about business. We are aware that PPAP gets a big part of their money coming in from Maruti. What's your exposure currently, and have you witnessed any sort of a slowdown?
Very happy New Year to you as well, Nigel, and to the entire cnbc TV 18 team. So, our Maruti contributes around 46% of our total sales, and so last quarter we saw the numbers coming down primarily due to the high fuel cost, increase in insurance charges, and in spite of the festive season, there was no excitement in the market.
Right.
So that pulled the numbers down.
Right. So how do you de-risk your business then going ahead? I think you had a couple of other big clients as well. Honda had contributed around 20-25%. Is that still the market share, or is that gone higher? And will you look to focus more on other clients if there is a slowdown in Maruti, or is the entire sector seeing a big slowdown?
I think the entire sector is seeing a slowdown. It's not particularly limited to Maruti, but the overall situation has not been very exciting in the last quarter. For PPAP, so 46% is we are dependent on Maruti for our sales. Okay. Then about 20% is for Honda. And then we've got working very closely with the other manufacturers as well, like Tata Motors and Toyota and Nissan. So we are de-risking ourselves from any sort of exposure from one customer.
Okay. Just coming to you, Abhishek, let me get Mr. Vijay Kumar in as well. Mr. Vijay Kumar, your big customers, Hero MotoCorp and Eicher Motors, both of them have reported a fall in sales in December, and it doesn't look like one-off. The 18% or 13% fall in Eicher's sales, Royal Enfield sales, and Hero Motor about 4-5% fall in their December sales. Is that affecting your revenues as well? Are they buying less from you?
They are buying a little less from us, but this is not a major shift. There is some hesitancy in the market, which we should live with. It can't always be a great year.
Okay. So can you give us some idea? I guess Bajaj Auto is also one of your customers. They have not shown any slowdown as far as the numbers were concerned. It was a good 18% higher. Can you tell us how are your revenues looking like at all? Will the third quarter be less than your normal performance?
As you know, I can't talk about detailed figures, but we are not all that badly affected.
Okay.
It is a little lower, yes, but it's nothing that we can't live with.
What is your customer breakup, sir? I mean, Hero, Eicher and Bajaj and others?
Yeah, we have a good percentage of market share, and whether it's Bajaj or Enfield or Honda, we have the majority of market.
Mr. Vijay Kumar, we are aware that you have, I think, 65 to 70% of the total market, in terms of chains. But we are trying to understand who is your biggest client, Mr. Vijay Kumar, if you could help us out. Do you have a higher dependence on Hero, Bajaj, or is it, pretty equally spread out between all these two-wheeler makers?
I think it's more or less equally spread out.
Okay.
All of them are large customers for us.
All right. And you're saying that the slowdown is not that bad. Tell us, what about your capacity utilization levels? I think you were, getting one capacity on stream in Chennai. Has that come on stream? And also, you're doing 400 crores on a per quarter basis. That is likely to continue, or we'll see a slowdown?
That is likely to continue. We don't have that much of a slowdown.
Okay.
And the Chennai factory is nearing production.
Is nearing production, so it's not yet started.
Beginning to.
Okay. What do you think you may end the year with in terms of volume growth?
We will meet our target.
What are the targets, sir? What kind of a growth can we look at?
Would it be 10%? Well, I mean, just a ballpark figure. I'm not asking for details.
We indicated that the target was about 1,600 crores. We'll reach 1,600 crores.
1,600 crores.
Are you all better off in terms of margins or worse off? Because raw material prices are also coming down.
We will, we will beat our target.
Well,
there won't be any major shift in our profitability.
You have been doing 13 to 14%, what Lata is asking you. So can you maintain those, those levels?
Yeah, I think we'll maintain about 13%.
13% margins is what you're guiding for. Okay. All right. And what about the replacement market? That's where the margin kicker comes in, right? Is that picking up? Yeah. OEM, you have a big market share. But in replacement market, are you seeing, greater traction out there?
There is a steady growth in the RP market. Little bit of hesitancy due to, the GST, whether it will change or not change and all that, but nothing to worry about.
Okay. I think we are not showing the LG Balakrishna stock. We are showing Balakrishna Industries. I think we have to change the graph that we are showing. Abhishek, to get you in on the same things that we were discussing with Mr. Vijay Kumar, how do you expect revenue to pan out this year? Or even for that matter, even if not revenue, volume, will it be 10%? Will it be, say, high single digits?
I think based on the first 2 quarters of this year were extremely good in terms of volume. Third quarter, we saw a hit coming in the volume. But I think some sort of demand would return back in the quarter 4. What we were expecting to have double-digit growth, I don't see that coming along. Maybe a single-digit growth is what we have to settle for this year.
Where is this confidence coming from that things may normalize in this current quarter, Jan-March quarter?
See, the basic sentiments are getting better with the cost of fuel coming down, crude oil prices softening. So I think things should get better this quarter.
Okay. Was the NBFC running out of money a problem at all for you, Abhishek?
It would impact the demand in the sector because of some sort of liquidity crisis happening. But
you directly are not borrowing from them?
No. For my company, we are not borrowing anything from NBFCs.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Vijay Kumar? How big is the NBFC cash-trapped problems affecting this entire demand scenario?
No, I don't see that affecting us at all.
Okay.
All right. Abhishek, just wanted to get to that point in terms of growth for the year. For the first half of the year, you've already grown by 20%. So you're seeing single-digit growth for the entire year. Means the second half of the year will be, low single digits then.
It should be in the upper single digit, but overall, I think upper single digit is what we are expecting this year.
All right. Take your point, Abhishek Jain and Mr. Vijay Kumar. Thank you very much for joining us with your insights. It's quite clearly a problem that they see as something which they can take in their stride. Expectation is that things will normalize in the fourth quarter itself. But a toll has been taken and therefore they will not be able to repeat the kind of pace of growth that they did in the first half, but that I think that was known to the market.
Yeah, that's right, Lata. So, they believe that the fourth quarter will be better, but for the time being, I think market participants are looking at the Nifty. We just kissed the 10,700 odd mark. We're down more than 90 points as we speak, and there's some incremental selling that's come in there. And some of those auto stocks, Eicher Motors was down 9% yesterday. It's down close to 4% today. So that's close to around a 13% cut in just 2 trading sessions. India Bulls Housing Finance continues to see selling. And we have seen some weakness on the Indian rupee. But even IT stocks like Tech Mahindra as well as TCS, both of them have seen some selling in the last few minutes. Let's do one thing. Slip into a short break. You come back. We'll get chatting with Ashwini Gujral as well as we'll get chatting with the management of Dena Bank. Stay with us.